So ionic product of water, Kw. Just because a solution contains H plus ions, it doesn't necessarily mean it's acidic. All aqueous solution contain both H plus and OH negative ions. For acidic solution, H plus is greater than OH negative. For basic solution, H plus is less than O negative. For a neutral solution, H plus is equals to O negative. Coming to the next point, ionic product of water, Kw. H2O when breaks out, it gives H plus OH negative ion. The reaction lies mainly to the left hand side, so almost all the water exists as water molecules with a very small amount of iron. The equilibrium constant for this reaction can be expressed as Kc equals to H plus into OH negative upon H2O. The amount of water that dissociate in tiny concentration of the water can be considered to be constant, and we can therefore remove from the ex- expression. The new expression we get is now called Kw, and the ionic product of water. Ionic product of water, Kw, H2O breaks into H plus OH negative ions. Kc equals to H plus OH negative upon H2O. So H2O is effectively constant, and in large excess, Kw is equals to H plus OH negative mole square dm raised to power minus 6. At 298 Kelvin, the value of Kw is 1 into 10 raised to power minus 14 mole square dm raised to power minus 6. Kw is equals to H plus OH negative mole raised to power 2 dm raised to power minus 6. In pure water, H plus is equals to OH negative. So Kw is equals to H plus whole power square. Hence, H plus is equals to under root Kw. At 298 Kelvin, H plus is equals to under root 1 into 10 raised to power minus 14. That will give 1 into 10 raised to power minus 7. So at 298 Kelvin, the pH of the pure water is 7. The pH value scale is given below. Effect of temperature on Kw. So again, after breaking the H2O, we will get H plus and OH negative ion. Dissociation of water is endothermic. Increasing temperature increase Kw, increasing temperature increase H plus ions. At higher temperature, pH of water will decrease. At 321 Kelvin, the value of Kw is 4 into 10 raised to power minus 14 mole square dm raised to power minus 6. Calculate the pH of water at this temperature. Kw is equals to H plus OH negative mole square dm raised to power minus 6. In pure water, H plus is equals to OH negative. So Kw will be equal to H plus whole raised to power square. Hence H plus is equals to under root Kw. At 321 Kelvin, H plus will be under root 4 into 10 raised to power minus 14. That will give 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7. pH is equals to minus of log base 10 H plus. So at 321 Kelvin, the pH of pure water is 6.70. The pH of a strong base, Kw, gives us a method of calculating the pH of a strong base. Kw will be equals to H plus into OH negative mole square dm raised to power minus 6. So H plus will be Kw upon OH negative. Using the same method, we can find the pH of a strong acid as well. Calculate the pH of 0.1 KOH at 298 Kelvin. Since KOH is a strong base, OH negative will be equals to 0.1. Kw is equal to H plus into OH negative equals to 1 into 10 raised to power minus 40 mole square dm minus 6. K plus is equals to Kw upon OH negative. H plus will be equal to 1 into 10 raised to power minus 14 upon 0.1. That will give 1 into 10 raised to power minus 13. pH is equal to minus of log base 10 H plus, and the value of pH required will be 13. At 338 Kelvin, the pH of the pure water is 6.5. Calculate Kw at this temperature. Hence, the calculated value of pH of 0.01 m NaOH at this temperature. pH is equals to minus of log base 10 H plus. H plus will be 3.162 into 10 raised to power minus 7. Kw will be H plus OH negative. H plus will be equal to OH negative for pure water. Kw equals to H plus whole raised to power square for pure water. Kw is equals to H plus whole raised to power square for pure water. Kw will be 3.162 into 10 raised to power 7 whole square. Kw will be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 13. Kw will be H plus into OH negative. H plus will be equals to Kw upon OH negative. That will give 1 into 10 raised to power minus 13 upon 0.01. That will give 1 into 10 raised to power minus 11. H plus will be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 11. pH will be minus of log 10 H plus, and the required value of pH will be 11. Coming back to the next point, ionic mobility. Ionic mobility in chemistry is the velocity of an ion under a unit potential gradient or field strength. Therefore, ionic mobility will be equal to velocity of the ion upon potential gradient of a field strength. The velocity of an ion is a solution dependent on the nature of ion, concentration of the solution, temperature, and the applied potential gradient. It is related to the ionic conductance of solution. Unit of ionic mobility. For the above formula, unit of ionic mobility in CGS system will be cm s inverse upon volt cm inverse, that will be equal to centimeter square s inverse volt inverse. In SI unit, ionic mobility will be equal to meter square s inverse volt inverse. The limiting value of ionic mobility is obtained as infinite dilution when the attraction is totally absent. Coming to the next point, ionic mobility formula. Let us consider a cell that contains two electrodes 1 centimeter apart. Introducing a solution containing 1 gram equivalent electrode. For an applied potential V, let the current I flow through the cell. Since the solution obeys Ohm's law, I equals to V upon R, that will be lambda V. The solution containing 1 gram equivalent electrodes and the conductance 1 upon R will equal to lambda. Let us consider a cell that contain two electrode 1 centimeter apart. Introducing a solution containing 1 gram equivalent electrode. For an applied potential V, let the current I flow through the cell. Since the solution obeys Ohm's law, I equals to V upon R, that will be equal to lambda V. The solution containing 1 gram equivalent electrode and the conductance 1 upon R, that will give lambda. From K law, at infinite dilution, lambda is equals to I plus I negative. Therefore, I equals to lambda V, and that will give I plus I negative whole into V. That will I plus V plus I negative V. That will give I plus I negative. The flow of current through the cell can be analyzed from the moment of ion in the cell. Since the cell contains n upon z plus positive ions and n upon z minus negative ions, where n is the Avogadro number and z plus and z negative are the valency of the cations and anion respectively, let u and v with the velocity of the cation and anion. Therefore, the current carried by cation I plus will be equal to n upon z plus into v into z plus u, that will give n EU equals to Fu, where Ne equals to F equals to Faraday. Similarly, the current carried by anion I negative will be Fv. Equating this equation with K equation, 1 plus will be equal to I plus V equals to Fu, and I negative will be I negative V, that will give Fv, where V equals to 1 volt. Velocity becomes mobility. Therefore, we have the formula I plus equals to Fu and I negative will be equal to Fv, where U and V are the ionic mobility of cation and anion respectively. So coming to a question, a potential of 2 volt is applied to two electrode placed 4 centimeter apart. How far would K plus ion move in 1 hour? In a very dilute water solution of KCl at 25 degrees Celsius, given lambda KCl will be equal to 150 ohm inverse centimeter square. Potential gradient is equal to 2 upon 4, that will be 0.5 volt centimeter inverse. Lambda KCl will be equal to IK plus ICl negative, that will be 150 ohm inverse centimeter square. Thank you so much.